Well, we've really been enjoying making some videos and just want to welcome everybody back to another video this week. We've been trying to put one out every 5 to 7 days. In this video, we want to go over comments on comments, right? Try to answer some of the questions that have come up.
Yes. Thank you so much for leaving the comment on our YouTube channel. Yes, and today we have time to respond to the viewer, our feeling and our thoughts about the comment.
Okay, yeah, so we'll take a little bit of time today. We've had a lot of really encouraging comments. I would say the vast majority of comments coming in are really supportive and encouraging. We just appreciate so many people. I think we've both been a little surprised at how many people have been watching our videos.
Yes.
And since in the last couple months we put out about 8-9 videos, I think, and so we've just had hundreds of comments, and wanted to we took a few notes today and wanted to answer some of those things. I think one of the first things that people are kind of surprised our reaction at the airport. You know, the first video we put out together, it's been up to I think 425,000 views, which really blows us away how many people watch that.
Yeah.
And so would you like to talk a little bit about our reaction when I came out of the airport and what we were feeling at the moment?
Yes. And the first thing, the first meeting at the airport, yeah. And the viewer leave a comment, I am very younger.
Oh, younger.
Younger than you. You are too old. But on the YouTube, maybe it's the different our appearance. Yeah, maybe I look good. I look better than you.
That's true.
So in the real life, yes, we are the same, maybe the same age.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And when I met you at the airport, and my feelings, yes, I'm a little nervous, a little worried.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm very happy and excited to see you, but a little nervous because I worry about your height. Maybe you taller too. Yeah, yeah, taller than me. Yeah, a lot. Yeah, and I short. I'm very shorter. And when I met you, and you look younger than I expected. Yeah, and you are not taller.
Yeah, so we both had a little bit of nervousness at that first meeting, and I thought, well, maybe how tall is she? Maybe she's real short, and you were thinking maybe I'm too tall.
Yeah.
But when we first saw each other, immediately I thought, wow, she's taller than I thought she would be, and you thought I was shorter than you thought I would be. So we were a match.
Yeah, I'm very happy because we are matched. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Match about appearance.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we are look good together.
Yeah, so again, most of the comments have been really positive, but some of them have said, wow, you know, you're so old and she's so young, and I am older than you, but not as much as people think. We're actually fairly close in age, but I think the difference is she just looks so much better. You know, you look so much better. And of course, in that first video, I did not look good at all. I was pretty exhausted from that long trip, but
That's right.
yeah, and I think you said your opinion is you just think that Vietnamese people age better also. I mean, you look quite young.
Yeah.
I have a lot of wrinkles in my face, but you don't. Your skin looks very nice.
Yeah, as you mentioned, you have a long trip from U.S. to Vietnam. Yeah, and you feel tired. Maybe not. You this not look good. And I am here. I am work here, and I have time to repair my clothes, repair my appearance. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
well,
I look good.
You're very kind, very gracious. Yeah, that as I repeat some of the things you say, it reminds me of another comment we had, and one person kind of got on to me in the comments that he thought I was interrupting you too much, and so I wanted to clarify that. A lot of times as we do these YouTube videos, I will maybe repeat what you've said or try to clarify because honestly, we still have a little bit of a language barrier. There's still some communication challenges that we have, but I'm so thankful that your English is as good as it is so we can communicate like we do. But oftentimes I will maybe repeat what you say. And number one, it's for my benefit, so I make sure I understand what you're telling me. But then secondly, for the benefit of the viewer, so they understand because maybe they have some challenges too. But so I never want to interrupt you to be rude. Sometimes I just want to make sure I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I understand. Thank you for the viewer leave a comment about uh, that problem, but it's not problem. Not problem because my English. Yet I try to express, show my feelings, show my talk, but sometimes it's not clearly yet, and you help me, to make clear for the viewer
To
and
clear it up.
understand
Yeah. Okay.
understand me. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's good.
yeah.
Another comment we get, and there's a lot of positive comments again, but just a little bit on the negative side. Some people say, "Oh, well, she just wants, to marry a Western man for a green card or to get his money, and all these scams and
Yeah.
these kind of things." So maybe talk a little bit about that because honestly, you never wanted a Western
Yes.
boyfriend or a Western
Yeah.
husband.
Yeah.
That was not your goal at all.
That's
And
not
even now you're saying you really don't care about
Yeah.
green cards. So what are your thoughts on some of these comments we get?
Yeah, when you come here, I met you and you changed my plan
Oh, I
because
change your plan?
yeah, I prefer to get married with a Vietnamese man because we have the same culture, the same language,
Okay.
the same everything, and we
Yes.
live here too easy to understand, to know each other well. Yeah, and you from the another country, different country from here, and maybe I do not know you uh, better. And first, when
Okay.
I met you, and mm, where we have time enough to understand, to know to each other. Yeah, and I agree.
Yeah. So of course there are some people that are just, let's say, wanting to get married to move to a different country. Maybe some people want to live in the UK or Canada, Australia, or the US, and that's their goal. But I think as long as people are upfront with one another and really share their true motivation, in our case, even though you really don't care about the green card that much, I want you to have that because
Yes.
I want us to have the freedom to come in and out of either country,
Yes.
uh, just to have that liberty
Yes,
to do so.
Yet I remember the comment that the viewer talk. We you get married with me because you want to stay here for a long term.
Right.
You get married with me because TRC, because visa exception.
That's right.
Yes, those get married without love.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't think it was true love. One viewer thought that I just married her so I could stay in Vietnam longer. Right?
But we get married to not intend to get green card money or TRC or visa exception. We get married because we want to live, to be together. Yeah, that's right. And the paper necessary for us to travel legal.
Right.
Yeah, I want to visit your family in the U.S. and I need the visa or the green card.
That's right.
Yeah, to visit the U.S. Yeah, and you want to live here with me, you need the visa exception or TRC. The paper are necessary for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we get married to not uh, to not we need paper.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, myself, as a U.S. citizen married to a Vietnamese citizen, I had the option. I could do a 5-year visa exemption, or I could apply for a TRC, a temporary resident card. So we decided to do the 5-year visa exemption based on the apartment we're in is on a short-term rental. So part of the TRC process, and we'll do another video on this, but there were some complications in terms of our place of residence. So right now the 5-year visa exemption is the best route to go. But after I leave the country the next time and come back in, then we'll apply for the TRC, and we'll explain that a little more. But yeah, I think for people that are in a long distance relationship, or maybe they're coming to Southeast Asia or Vietnam specifically, and they are looking for a girlfriend or a long-term relationship or a spouse, they just need to be realistic,
Yeah, that's
be
right.
be kind and respectful, and because some of the guys and women on the channel in the comments have asked us, well, how can I find a good person like you did? You know, we get a lot of comments. Yin looks really sweet. She's kind and so beautiful. And how can I find someone like her?
Yeah.
And what we've been responding to people is start when you come to Vietnam, start getting to know local people
Yeah.
in your apartment, at your workplace, in the markets.
Yeah.
And when they see that you're a good person, a kind and trustworthy of a good character, then they're going to start talking to their family and friends, and they might say, oh yeah, well, my aunt, she's looking for a good husband, or my cousin, you know.
Yeah.
And so as you come into the country and you start learning and you meet people, then you'll find and you make these connections a lot easier and probably safer than online.
Yeah, that's right.
Because
Make sure to be a good person first, and yes, honest, faithful, loyalty.
yes,
Yeah, and you can find a right person.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in our case, we really believe that God brought us together in a special way.
Yeah.
Some people also ask, well, how did you meet?
Yeah.
And we were introduced by a mutual friend.
Yeah.
So it was a very unique situation for us. So we didn't have to do like an online dating situation. We had, it was really a built-in trust factor because we had a mutual friend that knew each of us and knew that we were compatible people.
Yeah.
So even before I met you in person for the first time, there was already this trust because I knew that your friend's also a loyal person. Yeah, so we really had a good advantage there.
Yeah.
And as far as you wanting a green card or wanting money, the fact is you have your own job and you can support yourself. So you really don't need me
Yeah.
to support you.
Yeah,
You want to
as
support
I
yourself.
mentioned before, I prefer to get married with a Vietnamese man. Yeah. You know, I have a job here. I can pay my bill. Yeah. So I don't want to be depend on anyone finance. Yeah, I can pay my bill. Yeah, yeah.
That's great.
I want to be an independent person in my life.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's great.
and I married with you. I do not intend to get the green card, or I depend on you the finance. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, and I really saw your character and your heart coming out even from the first few days we started messaging and chatting. And I can remember sitting at my sister's dinner table one night, and I told her, I said, you know, when I get to the airport, if Yin is the same in person that I see on the video every day, then she's the one, and I know I'm going to marry her. So I just had a really good feeling.
Thank you, dear.
And so when we first started messaging, I said, well, I have a a YouTube channel, and it's a
Yes.
small YouTube channel, but in some of my travels, I like to make videos, and here's my channel, so you can go watch and see and learn more about me.
Yeah.
And you told me at the time, well, maybe when you come to Vietnam, you
Yeah.
could be my assistant, like
That's right.
video me. But now, I think you like to be on the camera more. How do you feel comfortable with it?
Yeah, right now I feel more comfortable and confident to to be on the YouTube.
Hmm.
Yeah, for the first time, sometimes a little bit nervous.
Hmm.
Yes, and I told you I can keep the camera and go for you.
Be the photographer.
Yeah, and I have your assistant.
Mm.
Yeah,
Were
so
you a little nervous because you didn't want to show your face on the camera,
yeah.
or was it because you were worried about your English skills? Why
Uh,
were you a little concerned?
Yeah, because I have not experience on the YouTube and a little language. Yeah, I think my English is not good and makes the viewer misunderstand.
Mm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just looking at my notes here, Yen. There was one comment we
yeah,
read just a few minutes ago, and this one gentleman, he said, I finally have some tears cross my face. And I guess he's been watching some of our story, but he says, finally I have some tears cross my face. I do not follow any religion, but in this case, I make an exception. God bless you guys. And that really touched me. Maybe we can comment on that a little bit, because we do share our faith. We do share some of our Christian belief, and occasionally in our videos share some Bible verses. We did have one individual that said, "Oh, this guy, he's spouting Bible verses," and I hope we don't come across like that. But I do like to share Scripture from time to time, because it's the Lord Jesus that gives me life and helps us in what we're doing, and really as a part of who we are.
yeah,
So, are you surprised a little bit about how many people are watching these videos and some of the reactions that
yeah,
we've had? One woman said she had tears.
yeah,
It brought her to tears watching us.
yeah.
How do you feel, and maybe how can we encourage
Mm,
others?
yeah, I read the comment on every our video. Yeah,
You read all
and
the comments?
yeah,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
yeah, and very thank you so much for
Mhm.
leaving the comment on the YouTube channel.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I'm so amazing, amazing.
It is amazing. From
Yeah,
from so many parts of the world.
that's right.
I've
Yeah,
we need to count the countries and maybe list those down.
yeah,
But yeah, maybe as you're watching this, if you'd like to leave in the comment what
yeah,
country you're watching this from, we'd really be interested to know, because
yeah,
it's amazing
that's
to
right.
know and hear some of your story.
Yeah, and people share their story
Mhm.
with us. Yeah,
Mhm.
they have the relationship overseas. Yeah,
Mm.
they share with us. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm very uh, thank
Yeah.
thankful. Yeah,
Yeah, so some people share their overseas relationships,
yeah,
and some people ask us to pray for them for different things.
yeah,
So we are praying people. So if you have a prayer request, you could
yeah,
you could leave that as well, and we'll lift you up to the Lord.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Oh,
wonderful.
and I remember the comment the viewer talk you are older than my dad.
Yeah, yeah, that was good.
Oh, and how about your feeling?
Yeah, let me tell you about that one. And so, but as you said that, I was just thinking, I'm really fascinated by the comments.
Yeah.
It's really interesting because people will watch the videos and
Mm.
and just all the different comments that come
Yeah.
in. It's quite fascinating to
Yeah.
listen. But yeah, that one that you mentioned, one individual said, "Wow, this guy, he's older than her father," and so we read that, we kind of laughed, and I
Mm.
said, that may look to be the case because your father looks so good. I
Yeah.
mean, he's an exceptional,
Mm.
healthy man,
Yes.
and a nice looking man,
Yeah.
but is he 70 years old now,
Yeah,
or
that's
almost
right.
70?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
70-year-old now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so if you watch the video
Mm.
where I go to meet your family for the first time, and he's there at the lunch.
Mm.
Yeah, he's a really great guy.
Yeah.
And so, but no, her father is older than me,
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
but maybe he just looks a little bit better.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Uh, let's see, some people said they have been watching our videos every week so they can learn English and practice their English.
Yeah.
Are you surprised at that?
Yeah, and we hope some people can practice listening from our YouTube video. Yeah, yeah. For me, before I practice listening, yeah, some YouTube channel I subscribe.
Hmm.
Yeah, just for listening. Yeah,
Hmm. Yeah.
and I think it's helpful to improve English skill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's great. Yeah,
Yeah.
we really hope we can be an encouragement. Maybe these videos can be enjoyable to watch as we travel around different parts of Vietnam and in and out through Saigon.
Yeah.
But ultimately, we just want to be encouraging to
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
and point them to. One of the things you told me at the beginning of our relationship is you just had one requirement.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that just a little bit? What's the one requirement that
Yeah.
you have?
One requirement. Yeah. Um, when I get married with a man, yeah, the the only requirement for a man, yes, is honest, loyal, faithful,
Hmm.
yes, and patient with me.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah,
Just a good character,
yeah,
loyalty, honesty,
that's right.
sincerity.
Yeah,
Yeah. And that really meant a lot to me. I made a comment in the video where we were having the engagement surprise in the park.
yeah,
And I said something to the effect that Yin doesn't want a lot of worldly things or
yeah,
possessions or material,
yeah,
but really just we want to live a simple life,
yes,
pleasing to God, and have an honest and sincere relationship. So I'm just really, really thankful for you, and if there's viewers watching this now, and maybe you are struggling with a relationship, just keep praying to the Lord that He would bring the right person into your life,
yeah,
that you can be satisfied and fulfilled in that way.
yes.
Yeah. What else are we missing here, again? Or are there any other things? Okay, as far as upcoming videos, we have a trip coming up soon.
Oh yes, yes,
Do you want to talk a little bit about
yes.
our trip next week?
Yes, we are so excited for the short trip to Dallas the next week. Yeah, for honeymoon.
Yeah, for a honeymoon trip. That's
Yeah,
right.
honeymoon trip.
Yeah.
And a little worry about the weather right now because the typhoon coming soon in the next week in Vietnam. And I hope the weather is nice the next week, and we have the short trips, and we take the photos for the wedding party.
Yeah, yeah, that's another thing as well. We have this week we've accomplished a big thing.
Yeah.
We've decided on a wedding ceremony date
Yeah.
and a location.
Yeah.
So just so our viewers understand, we are legally married now, but we still want to have a ceremony where we exchange vows and have a party and a celebration
Yeah.
with our family and friends. So we're going to do that in a few months,
Yeah.
and so we're in the planning stages
That's right.
of that now. But
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, if you have some questions for us or maybe some comments, please leave them in the comment section below. Maybe some specific questions about us or what our plans are, and we will do our best to answer and have some good videos
Yes.
coming up.
Yeah.
Going to Dalat,
Yeah.
and then we'll have some. I think the next video coming out will be about some of the different places that we eat each
Yes.
week. Kind
Yeah.
of showing kind of our regular eating schedule and what the food is like and some of the costs. So that
Yeah.
might be interesting for people to see.
Yeah, that's right. We have some favorite place to eat, and we want to share with you. Yes.
Yeah, so when it comes to that requirement, patience, love, just being sincere, And it doesn't mean we're always going to be perfect, I don't think, but we'll make our best effort, and we both discussed and agreed that if we do have challenges that come up, Yin told me, what'd you say? There's always, what?
Yes, I think any relationship have some trouble, and
Okay.
yeah, and I think we should be patient to each other, sit down and talk and find solution. Yeah, for trouble or for problem. Yeah, and keep our relationships is long term.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when we were looking for an apartment
Yeah.
a few weeks ago, I think I was feeling a little stressed. Yeah, because we had, we had to make a decision because the apartment I was in before, another person was moving in, so I had to move out of there and find another place. And that was a little challenging. And I was getting a little stressed, but Yin, you just told me, just be patient, be calm.
Yeah.
And you said because there's always a solution.
Yeah. Yet everything has a solution, so we need to be patient.
Yeah.
Yet keeps calm and find solution easily. Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. And it worked out. So then it was shortly thereafter we had that discussion that I found this place. And then yeah, a couple weeks ago after our marriage was final, then you came and
Yeah.
joined me, and it's been nice.
Yeah.
And really thankful for this place.
Yeah.
And I think I have covered everything that I had listed. Do you have any other notes that you would like to share? What about what
Yeah.
about that one?
Yeah.
We want to talk about
Yeah.
Saigon a little
Saigon,
bit because
yeah.
we enjoyed our Vung Tau visit
Yeah.
a few weeks ago,
Yeah.
and we're looking forward to the Dalat trip coming up.
Yeah.
But those are just short 2 or 3 day trips.
Yeah.
But I'm enjoying Saigon. Well, how do you feel about Saigon living here versus more out in the country area?
Yeah, so do I. Yes, I have time in my countryside. I work a 7 year, so I think it's not suitable place for me to work and to live. And I quit my job and I moved to Saigon right now. And I enjoy living and working here.
So you lived outside of the city, more in the country area for
Yeah.
7 years before
Yeah.
moving here?
Yes.
Okay.
That's right. Yeah, yes.
There were a couple times in the last few weeks where we'd be riding the motorbike in the traffic, just trying to get from work back to the apartment or to dinner.
Yeah.
And I was just getting like, wow, this traffic is so bad. I said, are you sure you don't want to move to Vung Tau now, and move out of the city?
Yeah.
But then we went to Vung Tau, and it's nice for a weekend or a
Yeah,
few days.
that's right.
But honestly, I was missing the city, and I was missing Saigon, so I was really glad when
Yeah.
we got back here.
Yes, Saigon, when the best city, yeah, the people should come here to visit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and have a period with Saigon. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you have a good visit in Saigon.
Yeah, so if you could make it to Saigon, of course,
Yeah.
check it out. And, there's so many things to see in Vietnam, but I think a lot of people will fly into Saigon first
Yeah.
and maybe spend a day or two, maybe 3 days here
Yeah.
experiencing some of the city activities.
Yeah.
And then I think it is good to get out and see some other parts of the
Yeah.
countryside, maybe go to a tea farm or a coffee
Yeah.
farm,
Yeah.
visit some of the rice fields,
Yeah.
because Vietnam it's such a diverse
That's right.
a diverse country.
Yeah.
You have beaches, mountains. It's an amazing place.
Yeah.
And one of the things we want to do in the near future is maybe visit
Yeah.
a tea farm
Yeah.
or a coffee farm and do a video on that. I think that would be really interesting
Yeah.
to get out of the city and enjoy
Yeah.
that countryside. So maybe we can try that one.
Yes, see, watch our next video. Yes, I will show you about Vietnamese culture, Vietnamese foods. Yeah, Vietnamese people, they are very friendly, yet especially in Saigon, they are very friendly.
Okay. Well, good. So the viewers and I, we can
Yeah.
kind of learn together
Yeah.
as you take me to different places
Yeah.
and teach me different things about the
Yeah.
Vietnamese culture. And
Yeah.
I've been trying to learn a few Vietnamese words, but it's very difficult for me. But I'm going to keep trying that and make a better effort. So yeah, look forward to upcoming videos where we can learn more from Yin and some of the Vietnamese people here, and especially these friendly folks in
Yeah.
Saigon.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else
Yeah,
before we
I think
before we
that's
close?
so. That's so, and yeah, I think that's enough today.
That's enough. Okay. Yeah, for the viewers that have hung on and watched this far, we thank them. It's kind of a long video, but
Yeah.
we just wanted to cover a lot of these comments and questions and answers today. So
Yeah.
it's been nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's all I have, Yin. I'll let you say goodbye.
Yeah. Thank you so much for watching our video, and see you in the next video.
See you later.
Yeah. Bye.